Which is the best artificial intelligence stock to buy right now? Is it Tesla? Is it Microsoft, Palantir, or Nvidia Corporation? I'm gonna compare these four AI stocks across four different financial metrics and then come up with a decision at the end of this video that you're not gonna want to miss. So stay tuned and let's begin. Starting with quarterly revenue growth, looking at this metric, Tesla is in the lead most recently and has held the lead for a little over a year now with revenue growth of 37.24%. Palantir coming in next at 17.5%, followed by Microsoft at 1.97%, and in last place Nvidia at negative 20.83%. Now, Nvidia's revenue is likely to turn positive again in 2024. However, the company's constrained right now because of the oversupply of semiconductor chips in the industry that was overbuilt during the earlier stages of the pandemic when there were shortages. And so now Nvidia is having the downside of that trend. I fully expect it to recover going forward, as well as Microsoft. Microsoft's revenue growth is likely to bounce back up in the double digits as consumer behavior reverts back to longer term trends and kind of balances out from the pandemic ups and downs. Tesla's revenue growth is elevated. It's the highest. I expect it to remain the highest for the foreseeable future among these four companies. Now, Nvidia might jump up in any single quarter higher than Tesla, but longer term, I think Tesla will have the highest growth rate among these four companies. These four companies that are all benefiting from artificial intelligence or are likely to use artificial intelligence to its advantage longer term. The next thing I wanted to compare these four AI stocks on is their cash flow from operations to sales over the trailing 12 months. And in this metric, Microsoft is in the big lead at 41% and has had this lead for at least a couple of years now, followed by Nvidia at 20.91%, and followed by Tesla at 18.07%, and Palantir in last place at 11.74% in its cash flow from operations to sales in this metric. So Microsoft significantly in the lead here on a metric that I believe is more important than revenue growth. Cash flow from operations is in my opinion more important than revenue growth. The next metric I wanted to compare these four artificial intelligence stocks on is the operating profit margin over the trailing 12 months. And on this metric as well, Microsoft again significantly in the lead here at 40.58%, followed by Nvidia again in second place at 20.68%, followed by Tesla at 16.98%, followed by Palantir at negative 8.46%. Although I will note that Tesla is moving strongly in the positive direction in terms of its operating profit margin. It's been making excellent progress at increasing that operating margin, and as well as Palantir has made really good progress in improving its operating profit margin. In fact, management is forecasting that in 2023 the company will be profitable on the bottom line. So this negative 8.46% is likely to be positive 12 months from now when we look at this figure again. So both Tesla and Palantir, although they're in third and fourth place here, they're moving rapidly in the right direction. All right, finally, I wanted to compare these four AI stocks on valuation, and I chose to use the forward price to earnings ratio. And according to this metric, Nvidia is the most expensive at 42.87 as of the latest update. Then we have Palantir at 33.46, followed by Tesla at 32.41, and finally Microsoft at 26.39. So I will say these are four excellent stocks here, companies that have delivered really good performance over the years. They've done a really good job at what they do. They're arguably best in class in their respective industries. However, if I had to pick just one out of these four AI stocks to buy right now, I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. I would pick Microsoft, um, primarily because of the risk versus return here. While the other three stocks might have a uh, much larger upside, they also come with a much larger risk profile. And I don't know if right now I would want to accept a much higher risk profile as worldwide economic growth is slowing down and the risks of a recession are rising. I don't think this is a time where I want to take more risk. In fact, it's the opposite. This is the time where I want to decrease my risk. I want to decrease my risk exposure to equities. And that's primarily why I would go with Microsoft if I was buying one of these four AI stocks right now. Now, if you ask me this same question 8 months from now, after, let's say, we enter a recession and we're coming out of a recession, my answer might be different. But right now, with the risk of a recession so front and center, with so much uncertainty as to how deep this recession is going to be, I want to go with the better risk versus return and, primarily reducing that risk, going with Microsoft here as the safer one of these four choices. All right, so that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know there's a lot you could be doing with your time, but you chose to click and watch this video. I really appreciate it. Now, if you like this video, I think you'll also like this video right here. I'm gonna pull this up, and I've hand selected this video based on you watching this one. So please click on this other one, and I will see you over there.